Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lorelei Shamayo. This is the MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Fairs for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest US and also online. We have a lot of events online right now. And we interview our vendors and our practitioners so you get a chance to know who we are before you meet us at an event. I'm here today interviewing Missy Hagell. Missy, it's lovely to have you.
Thanks for having me, Lorelei. It's a pleasure to be here.
You're so welcome. So tell us, what is it that you do? What do you offer at our events?
Sure. So I offer many different guided meditations, mainly focused on manifestation and on bringing more understanding of yourself, of your purpose, and creating a beautiful life.
Hmm. And I heard rumors that there are all kinds of different modalities that you mix into this. What are all the different things that you do?
It's true. I have a very strong background in Buddhism and also in witchcraft in the Wildwood tradition, and in weaving those two things and also these different disciplines that I've picked up over my life, as far as tarot, Reiki, rune reading, um, crystals, all of the herbalism as well, all these different things that I've picked up. Art therapy is another thing that I've just recently really become attached to. And looking at these different disciplines, I'm able to create something very unique for each individual. And so I can, work with them on what resonates with them so that they can really go deep and find those things that they need in order to bring that balance and that understanding of themselves.
Hmm. Well, I know you've got a bunch of things with you. One thing that you showed me that I'm so eager to have other people see, there's a box that you have people create. Can you share a little
Yeah.
more about how that comes about and then show us the sample and like,
Sure,
yeah.
absolutely. So there's yeah, just kind of an art project that people can do that's called a mirror box. And basically that the concept of it is when you have reflective surfaces, you are exponentializing what sort of energies and intentions and things that you want to manifest in your life. So the one that I have here is about abundance. And so it's just a simple little box. And then I have this nice, whom you forgive is free, and what you have, you share. So you can put, whatever sort of sayings and things on it. But basically, so I have abundance on the outside. And then on the inside, it's just, I got like a Mylar balloon and cut it up to create this and just kind of glued in. All in here is all reflective. And then on the inside, I just have some nice little affirmations about what I'm trying to bring into my life. I've got stones in here, some amethyst,
Can't
and
quite see if you can like hold it up and tip it maybe a little bit more. Oh, okay.
yeah, sure. Yeah, so I got a big chocolate coin bringing in some money, and amethyst for creativity, some rose quartz in here for love and compassion, and then just some, whatever else you're wanting to put in there to grow, whatever the particular intention is. There's another big gold bar in here for some big money. And so what you do is you're creating this and you're putting that intention in there. And then you just have this on your altar or out where you can see it. So you can walk by and you can reaffirm those things and know that it's being created and exponentialized by that. So this
Mhm.
is one of the little projects that I like to do with people.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And let's see. So, of the different things that you listed off, there's one word that I've heard of, but I don't really know what it is. It's like Reikian or Reiki.
Reiki. Yeah. So Reiki in Japanese means energy. And so basically the idea behind Reiki is that when you're doing a Reiki healing, you're not really giving or taking away energy. Energy is all around us. And it's just a rebalancing and a realigning of the energy field that surrounds us. And so with Reiki, they use, instead of 7 chakras or 5 chakras, they just have 3 energy points. So the head, the heart, and the hara, which is in the belly. And so it helps people to center on those areas and to feel that grounding, and then also that higher connection then with the higher self.
Hmm. Okay, I see. Oh, and I know you have some cards with you, and it sounds like
Yeah.
they have an important history for you.
Yeah, so I have my Rider Waite deck that I've had since I was a teenager, and this deck and I have been through so much, and it really speaks to me a lot. I've tried other tarot cards, and I have people that do readings for me as well, and I just always seem to resonate with that foundational deck. And so I'll use that when um, when I'm meeting a client for the first time after our initial conversation, I always go to that deck just to kind of get a message about that person to help in buoying my intuition about what that person might need to get to that next level.
Mm. Well, it sounds like you got started with this work very early on. How did that happen? How did you discover you wanted to share with other people?
Yeah, so I started practicing Buddhism also as a teenager, and as you get older, as you know, society tells us that yeah, the esoterics or metaphysics is really something that you can't do, So I got a regular job just like anyone. I was in computer science for 25 years. And I had these skills in order to ways to deal with stress, with tapping into intuition. But I kept these really private. And I realized that I needed to share. I needed to get over that fear that what society was telling me is a proper job, and to turn towards something that's more heart-based to help people. And these are the tools and the ways that I can connect with these higher consciousness to help people. And so I just turned towards creating my own business, starting also, I have a lot of friends that have been guinea pigs with with my different guided meditations and mindfulness and manifestation techniques, and they all really connected very well with it. So I know I need to spread this out more, and that's where the sunshine moment was born from.
Mm, that's great. And I just one more question just about your youth. Did you learn about meditation, Buddhism, and the cards from family, or how did you find those?
Right. So as a very small child, I was a witch and didn't realize there was a name for it. But I was always very connected with nature, with signs, with this inner voice that I would trust, and the intuition and dreams. Buddhism came to me from a friend in junior high school, whose mother was a practicing Buddhist in the Nichiren sect of Buddhism, and just going to her house and seeing this and just being curious, being an American, we're very connected with Christianity. It's everywhere you go, there are churches and things, and I could never really connect with that. And once I really started to study Buddhism, not only Nichiren, but now since returning from the Netherlands, there's a lot of Tibetan Buddhism in Europe and in the Netherlands in particular, just opening my eyes to just a much more natural way of living, a much more compassionate way of living that's real, that it's not, you know, um, a club or whatever. There's certain things about churches, not to downplay those that are really, compassionate people in church. But Buddhism really spoke to me, and the symbols and the way that they describe the higher self and the letting go of suffering, and that we more often than not create our own suffering. So in seeing that and having that more awareness of ourself and in trusting that intuition, and it just really shed all of this, um, you know behaving as though I'm someone else. And so I was able to come back to myself, and then now be able to share these things. I went ahead and got certified in mindfulness-based stress reduction, so I could become more secular in my way of speaking about mindfulness when I speak with certain clients, so they don't feel like there's dogma or spells being thrown at them. It's much more approachable in that way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so exciting for all of us in our community. You know, for me too, it's just when we're able to express who we are and we find community with others to do this.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
If people want to find out more about you and connect with you online, where do they go?
Sure. My website is called thesunshinemoment.com, and I can be found with Missy at thesunshinemoment.com. And I look forward to meeting the different clients and getting involved with your fair. I'm very excited.
Great. Thank you so much. And for those
Thanks,
of you
Lorelei.
listening and watching, you can learn more about us and our events at mewefairs.com. That's MEWEFAIRS.com. Thanks so much, Missy.
Thanks, Lorelei.